Hi everyone, and welcome back to our channel. So over a year ago, I did a pretty detailed blog post on our website on all the different countertop materials available for you. But so much has changed. So I wanted to give you an updated countertop guide for 2020 to learn how to select the right countertop material for your kitchen remodel. So stay tuned and make sure to watch the video to the end to find out which is the absolute best and which is the worst countertop material you can put into your kitchen and basically could just throw money down your drain. So hi everybody, my name is Kirsten Cobb, kitchen designer with King's Kitchen, your local go-to team for kitchen design and remodeling in Tacoma, Washington. Now, before we dive into all this amazing content, if you haven't done so, please go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Make sure to ring the little bell and you'll get notified whenever we release a new content for kitchen design and remodeling. Okay, so I'll just pull out a couple of my different samples and I'll just tell you about the characteristics and the different pros and cons of each. So let's start with this wood countertop sample, just super beautiful. Here you go. So for some people, they think of wood and they just don't put it together with countertops. They're like, no, and you have to have it sealed and all those different things, and you couldn't do undermount sinks with it. Well, it's really not true. If you work with a high quality manufacturer and supplier, you can definitely add wood as one of your countertop selections or even the entire countertop selection. It's just really important that you get it properly sealed. And then you could even do undermount kitchen sinks on this guy. And believe me, it adds so much warmth to your kitchen design, especially if you combine it with a second countertop choice. So pros, it adds warmth and detail and a really homey feeling or classic feeling to any kitchen design. On the con side, you have to make sure that you get a good quality supplier so the material is sealed properly. And as I already said, one of my favorite go-to suppliers for wood countertops would be Grothouse. They're over from the East Coast and we've done projects with them in the past and it just worked out so beautiful, and I will definitely put their link below. Okay, moving on. Next is solid surface. So this is just a small sample and you really have to go somewhere and take a look at it in real life, not just on a camera. But solid surface has always been on the list of countertops, and I think it had a really big hit at some point, and I think it was a big hit when it was that balance between laminate, step up solid surface, and then step up to granite. But now that granite and quartz and everything, the costs have kind of settled in to where it's pretty competitive. I kind of see solid surface phasing out in the residential market. Now it's a hit in the commercial world. So it is a non-porous material. It's actually an acrylic mixed with fillers and then poured into a slab. It comes in thinner sheet sizes, but therefore really long. And because it is non-porous, it's antibacterial. It's really good in the healthcare industry, and you will see it in a lot of practices and things like that used as a countertop. And really, the biggest pro about solid surface is that it can be manipulated with heat, so it can be installed seamlessly. And a cool thing about it is you could do an undermount sink if it's from the same material, solid surface, and it could be without a seam. And there's so many applications for it in the commercial world. But on the residential side, like I said, I'm not really a big fan. It's going to scratch, and you would have to invest for somebody to come out after a couple years and buff out all of the scratches. It kind of develops a natural patina. And I mean, it's up to you, but I kind of see this guy phasing out. Okay, so next on my list is laminate countertops. And okay, wait a minute, wait. Before you go like, heck no, I'm not going to put laminate countertops in my kitchen, I'm not talking about this guy. I am not talking about the formicas that look like granite, right? Like this guy. No, we're not gonna put that in your kitchen. I'm talking about something like this. Look at this. Isn't this cool? I mean, I'm sorry, but this is pretty sleek. This is a textured, cool looking, sleek, new kind of laminate. And it's a really inexpensive way to spice up your kitchen, especially in a modern setting. So, I mean, most of you probably know I'm German. So I go back to Germany here and there. I go visit my friends, you know. I go back for the friends, but really I go back for the food and the beer. So I go over there and I hang out with my friends and I see all of their cool kitchens that they're installing, because we're in that generation now of, you know, you buy your first house and different things like that. So I see they put in those cool laminates. I'm like, man, and it's textured. I see these kind of colors. I see darker colors too that look like concrete. And they look pretty slick. And then you could either combine this with tile backsplash. You could do a matching backsplash of laminate and run it full height, or you could just run it about 8 inches tall. I think that looks pretty cool as well too. So think again about laminate and talk to us if you want to do a more modern style of laminate, and therefore you can use the money on your budget and invest more into your cabinets, accessories, or different things like that. And then, so overall, pro, I think for laminate, it's pretty inexpensive. That's a really big pro. And then it is pretty, I'm not gonna say it's indestructible, but it can handle a lot of things pretty well. I mean, we've all had it in our kitchens at some point. And then on the con side, it is vulnerable to heat. So remember, it is basically a plastic and it could melt with heat. So you always want to protect it from heat. Next on our list is granite. And of course, granite is going to be on this list because it was such, and still is, such a big hit with homeowners. This is just one example of granite. As you know, granite, you have a huge variety of veining and styles and patterns. This also calls for a huge variety of price points, which to me is a huge pro for granite. So you can start entry level, you can go mid-range, or you can go super high end. Another pro point for granite is that it's so unique. So you can go in, you pick your slab, and nobody will be able to copy you. Now, another characteristic about granite, and this is going to be really important, is that granite is a porous material. It's a stone. It is not completely sealed. This means if you have liquids on top of your stone, if you don't clean them up, your stone will absorb them. Now there are sealers, and granite absolutely has to be sealed periodically. Then there are different kinds of sealers that will last longer than others. We actually offer a 15-year sealer to make the process a little bit easier on you. But I sometimes call granite a sponge that you can't squeeze. And that could drive some people nuts. So you really have to think about, when is granite the right fit and when is it not the right fit? And I think the right fit is if you have, maybe the kids are a little bit older, there's not so much spilling, and you're not this crazy chef in the kitchen every night and you have a ton of grease and oil everywhere. If it's like a modest use of the kitchen, then it's great, and you just really want to emphasize on this beautiful slab that is so unique to your kitchen. So pros, to summarize, is we have unique slabs, very unique, nobody can copy them. We have a wide range of styles and a wide range of pricing. The stone is heat resistant, and another cool thing that I have to add to my pros list is you can get granite slabs in different finishes. So you can do a matte finished, polished finished is your most standard, or you could even do really cool leather finishes, which this guy is, but it's kind of hard to see on camera. On the con side, it is a porous stone. You will have to seal it. There is no way getting around it. Don't try it. You need to listen. Otherwise, it won't look good and your investment just doesn't look good. Okay? So next in line, you know, after granite comes quartz. And quartz, here's an example of quartz, is that guy that has just been the #1 selection with most homeowners and most of our clients too. Quartz is just awesome. I mean, it is, it comes in an array of colors. It comes in an array of price points because there's so many manufacturers nowadays. And on top of it all, it is non-porous. So it's antibacterial once you clean it. It's perfect for a busy family, for toddlers, for kids, for spills. You just wipe it up and it's like it's never happened in the first place. So quartz is really almost the #1 pick for everybody. So there is low maintenance with quartz. Again, you can get all kinds of different looks and all kinds of different price points. Those are all my pros. It's a material that is made of up to about 96% of natural quartz, and then it gets filled in with fillers and pigments. And different companies have more quartz content than others, so really take a look at that and take a look at the different qualities of the brands. Not every quartz is the same. And then, so a lot have happened as well in the quartz world over the last 5 years because how we've seen granite come in different finishes, we can now get quartz in different finishes. This is a polished version, but we can also get matte finishes in quartz now. We can get honed finishes, we can get concrete finishes and leathered finishes. And one of my all-time favorite finish is concrete finish. And there's a company, Caesarstone, that does this like nobody else does. And I did a video on Caesarstone in one of our Brand Tuesday videos. I will put a link below for you guys so you can watch it and find out more about their quartz slabs and their quartz colors. Again, it's a non-porous material. It has no problems with staining, no problem with heat. The list of pros goes on and on. A big one that I want to mention is you get a warranty with a man-made product like quartz. You know, if you select a granite and there is a vein in it or a fissure that opens up after time, or I don't know what could happen, nobody can warranty that material. It's natural. But this can be warranted by the manufacturer. So that is just a really cool thing, I think. On the con side, I can't really think of something that would go against quartz, but if you can think of some, please leave a comment below. I'd be happy to chat about the topic and see all of your guys' input. Next on our list, and this is why I really wanted to update this list, is a material called Depthon. Well, Depthon is actually the brand, but Depthon is a new material that hit the market, and it has been gaining popularity ever since it was introduced in 2013. And everybody is going to go like, what the heck is Depthon now? So that's why we want to explain. Depthon, and it looks like this. Sorry, I did not have a sample with me. I'm really sorry. But Depthon itself looks just like quartz, and you could probably not even tell the difference at first glance. But when we looked at Depthon's description of their material, what they like to say is it's a material combined out of quartz, porcelain, and glass. And porcelain is really the key word here. So Depthon is one of the first ones of these new styled countertops that are hitting the market, and there's a couple of other ones that introduce porcelain to the mix. And it helps with even stronger, a stronger composition of the material. So it gains in strength, and it has other cool features that are really impressive. So for example, it has a heat resistance that is a lot higher than your average quartz. It is stronger. And I don't know if you ever knew this, but if you leave dark and black granite and quartz exposed to the sun over several weeks and months and years, it will start to fade. And Depthon won't do this. So it's an incredibly strong material for commercial applications and outdoor applications like wall cladding. And it comes in different thicknesses, like wall cladding and outdoor kitchens, for example. So Depthon is something you should think about, or porcelain finishes if you're in the market for countertops. And like I said, the pros are it's incredibly heat resistant and incredibly strong, and it has like great benefits for outdoor applications. And on the con side, it does come with an extra bump in price. Okay, last but not least, I mean, the list goes on and on, but these were just like your top countertop selections. Last but not least, and I don't know why people always add this one, is marble. Marble, like this guy on this sample here, is has always been in style. It's a classic material. It's a classic natural stone, but it comes with its downsides, and you really have to do your homework before you use marble in any application. So marble itself is made of calcium carbonate, and it comes in the same stone family as travertine and limestone. I would only recommend it to you in bathrooms or in rooms that don't function as a kitchen. And you really have to understand that it is going to create a natural patina, and you will not be able to get rid of it or clean it off. And that's something you're either going to love or going to hate, but true marble lovers, they understand and they value that it changes over time. Now, marble is also an extremely soft countertop. So you will have scratches on your countertop, whether you like it or not, and probably already have scratches the day of install, no matter how careful your installers are. It's just so soft. So when people talk about, oh, I want this marble in my kitchen, I go, hold it right there. No, I will never ever let you install marble in your kitchens. Heck no. There are some ways around this. One of the ways that I would recommend you is if you really want that marble look and that gorgeous veining and light characteristics of marble, take a look at quartzite. This is an example of a quartzite. This has a little bit of a different coloring, but quartzites, when you pick them well, they can really look like marble. And the truth is that they're a love child between granite and marble. So they have the characteristics of marble, but they have the strength of granite. And I did a full-on blog post about the pros and cons of quartzite, and I will list the link below to our website. You should really check it out if this is the kind of look you're going for. Again, you're going to have to seal the natural stone, and it comes with all the characteristics of natural stone. So if you want the marble look but not the upkeep, then go back to quartz and look at some samples and find a brand and a sample that gives you that veining and that look of the marble but not all the upkeep. So again, guys, if anybody out there is putting a marble countertop into your kitchen, they do not have the best interest for you, and they're not being honest. So with me, we would never do that. I'm sorry. That's not going to happen. You're not going to be happy, and you could literally just take your money and flush it down the toilets or wash it down the drain, or however you would say that, right? So I really hope that all this information helped you out today. And make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. Then you'll get notified whenever we release new content. All of our content gets released on Tuesdays and Fridays, and we talk about kitchen design and remodeling. So if you're a kitchen lover like us, make sure to follow us and stay tuned for all of our upcoming videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.